welcome to Open for Business. I'm your hostess, Tina Tilton. This first guest, this first guest, they are near and dear to my heart because I have been a part of their lives since my daughter was, no, actually before my daughter was in the womb. So she's about to be 7 years old, and this company in the heart of Fraser. Yes, I did say Fraser. Yes, I get my hair hooked up in Fraser. And these two are some of the responsible parties for hooking it up. Mr. Will right here and Miss Sylvia. Welcome to Open for Business, y'all.
Hi, how you doing?
Well, hello, how you doing?
Hey, they are with Visions of Beauty, and Will was on one of my shows long time ago called Black Man Working, and he's still
Yes,
working, y'all. Look
yes.
at him, look at him. Will, I want you to first start out by telling us like what made you get into the hair industry.
I always had a love and a passion for hair. So,
Hmm.
with that being said, I had to do something
Oh.
with what I like doing, and that's being my own business owner and
Yeah,
being my own self-reliable person. And I got a gift.
yeah, you absolutely do. And now, Miss Sylvia, you rocking that blonde over there now. Look, I'm gonna tell it. She wants to give me some blonde. So one of these days, when you see some blonde in my hair, that'll be because Sylvia has talked me into it. Miss Sylvia, what about you? When did you get into the beauty industry?
Oh, I've been into this industry for about 32 years and I love it. I wouldn't do anything else.
You are amazing. Okay, how has COVID then affected? Either one of you can answer this. Like, how has COVID affected the business, your business?
Well,
Well,
in my perspective, it has slowed down a whole lot. It has slowed down tremendously. We still have our normal clients, and we still getting them in slowly but surely. But I guess it just takes time, and I guess it takes the people to open up and be willing to come back.
Yeah, and as you
not,
can see, you guys, Miss Sylvia she does have her mask on, so you can tell that this uh, 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 operation does follow the COVID guidelines.
not for me. It hasn't been so slow for me because I do the guidelines. Ever since they gave us the opportunity to come back into the shop, I have been open. I have been busy. I just do maybe one at a time, and you have to have an appointment. I have to take your fever, and you have to wear a mask. Um, Other than that, God is good all the time, and the business is just doing beautiful for me.
Amen, amen. So, Will, like, let me. Well, yeah, I'm gonna start with it. Will, what kind of styles are you? Because I see that you're styles kings. I keep calling him Will. I know him as Will, but he's style king to y'all. What kind of styles do you? Would you say is your specialty?
Well, I specialize in hair.
Oh,
That's what I specialize
okay.
in. But I've been doing awfully a lot of braiding now.
Mm.
It's really crazy because I never liked to braid, but now I am the braid king.
Oh, okay.
Guarantee you that. You can't get no better braids in Memphis. Feed in ponytails, feed ins, box braids. I got you.
Okay. And Sylvia, what about you? What's your specialty?
I specialize in colors and short hairstyles. I love short hair, but I do all hair. But my favorite is coloring and cuts and short hair.
Yes, it is because okay, though I got this ponytail on today, I love to be transparent. December of 2020, I went to Sylvia. I was like, my hair is still tripping. Like since I had the baby, it's out in spots. And she said, Tina, you're gonna have to cut all your hair off. I said, I'm about to cut my hair all off. Miss
Right.
Sylvia, you guys cut my hair. One of these days, I'm gonna show y'all the pictures. But it's growing right now. See, I'm rocking that. It's growing in.
Oh,
Miss
you
Sylvia, yeah,
beautiful. You
you'll be
beautiful.
so proud of me. But I was like a Sanan Latham. Remember when Sanan Latham got her hair cut off, shaved off for this role?
Right.
My hair was like that. However, I can tell you that she made the best recommendation for me in cutting it all off, starting all over again, and just being new. And she told me to come back, rock a bun like that, and rock a Tony type look. So that's what I'm working on.
All
But
right. You look beautiful, Miss Tilton.
thank
Yes,
you.
yes.
So
I'm
okay,
loving it.
thank you. Will, give us that address.
It is 2640 Fraser Boulevard.
Okay, Sylvia, phone number.
354-0490, area code 901. I went backwards. Let me do this again for you
No
all.
problem.
901-354-0490.
All right. Thank you guys. Thank you, Styles King, aka Will and Sylvia. And Beep, 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 beep. Time is up. And you guys
Love
are
you, love you.
love you too.
Okay, thank you.
I want to encourage you guys to stay open for business too, okay?
Yes, we
We
are. We are
will.
Thank
open and
you.
waiting.
I
Thanks.
know.
Thanks.
Bye, y'all. See you soon.
Six
All right.
o'clock in the morning, I'm here.
Amen. She's right. She's right. Bye bye. Welcome back to Open for Business, Tina Tilton, with with our next guest, Miss LaTeasha Gaither Davis. Welcome to the show.
Hello, thank you. Thank you for
Oh,
having me.
you're so welcome. I love your picture in the background. It's so cute.
Thank you.
But I know that's not what we're here about. Tell us a little bit about you and, well, let's start about your business.
Okay, so I'm the owner of Therapeutic Focus. It's a pediatric therapy clinic. We're located in West Memphis, Arkansas, but we provide services to children that live in West Memphis, Arkansas, Memphis, Tennessee, and surrounding counties. We provide occupational, physical, speech therapy services to children that suffer from speech delays or physical delays. Maybe they're having difficulty walking or jumping or even crawling, even the babies. And then for the occupational therapy side, we focus on handwriting skills, dressing skills, just basic pre-handwriting skills that they need before they enter into the school systems.
That's not something that I've ever even thought that children would need. Seriously. And so how did that occupation come to you?
Well, okay, it's a long story, but I'm going to condense it. So I'm from the West Memphis, Arkansas area. And as a child, believe it or not, I suffered from a speech delay. And my parents had a really hard time locating a facility that would provide me with the services that I needed to overcome my speech delay. To make a long story short, they ended up encountering a new graduate speech therapist, and she decided to take on my case for free. And she was the catalyst, honestly, that prompted me to go into this field. Fast forward 20 something years later, I decided to go into the field of occupational therapy. When I came back to my area, really before I came back to my area, I was thinking and I was praying and I'm thinking, we still have this issue. There are a lack of service providers for children that desperately need assistance with physical, speech, and occupational therapy. So I decided to move back after graduating college. I decided to move back to this area because of the lack. There was a need, and I wanted to make a difference in my community.
And you are indeed. Is there any particular insurance that, like, do the parents have to have insurance to partake?
Yes and no. We accept all major insurances such as Arkansas Medicaid, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Cigna, Aetna. So yeah, most of the major
Insurance
therapy or
carriers.
insurance carriers, we are in network.
Do you have to be a native from Arkansas to utilize your
No,
services?
no, ma'am, because
Where's
we
the
are
furthest? Where's the furthest then? The person
well,
that has come the furthest.
honestly, I have treated since COVID
Yeah.
has changed. There's this
Hallelujah.
virtual therapy. A lot of people wouldn't even think, but we can provide occupational, physical, and speech therapy services virtually, just using a tablet or a computer. So I have one patient that I see virtually that lives in Nashville, Tennessee, which is about a 4-hour drive from me.
Yes, it
So
is.
anybody in Tennessee, anybody in Arkansas, we can serve them. If you can't come to the clinic, we can come to you virtually.
Well, let me ask you this, because when you said about the baby crawling, how do you know, like, I guess there's a timeline of when a baby should be crawling. And if a baby isn't crawling by, what's the timeline? Then we need to kind of question that.
So there are developmental milestones.
Okay.
Typically, children do go to their doctors and they have those well child or well baby visits. And the doctors are usually very cognizant of those developmental milestones that should be reached. And typically the doctors or the physicians will say, hey, your child is having difficulty with this or that. You may need to consider therapy services. Now, not all doctors are going to be able to identify those within those well doctor visits. So sometimes parents do come to us, and when they realize that by a year and a half their child isn't walking, or even a year and 3 months, they say, maybe I need to start looking at some therapy. But typically around the 6 to 9 month range, they are crawling, they're sitting up, and they are starting about 10 months, they're starting to show interest in walking. So that maybe just standing or
Yeah.
cruising.
Yeah. Wow. That's great. Okay, information on you. How can they contact you?
Okay, well, www.therapeuticfocus.com, THERAPEUTICFOCUS.com. We are also on Instagram and we have a Facebook page.
Phone number.
Yes, and our phone number is
Oh.
870-400-0179.
Amazing. We call it just in time, Miss Davis. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we're going to stop that timer right there. Thank you so much. And I want to encourage you to stay open for business.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Open for business, Tina Tilton with a doctor in the house. I got Dr. Nikki Harris right here with me. Welcome to Open for Business, Dr. Nikki.
How are you? How are you? I am so glad to be with you today.
I am glad you're here. So, coaching and consulting is your thing. Although, doesn't she look like a beauty consultant or something like that? She is fresh. I mean, turn your head to the side. Let us see the side with her.
Really?
Right. Yeah, nice. I love that. This is a fresh doctor right here. But okay, doctor, tell us. Let me tone it down some now. Tell me what you do.
Okay, so I am a coach and consulting. I have been coaching for about 15 years, maybe a little bit more than that. And I have been a consultant for about, I'm going to say 18 years. So I have been coaching and consulting in the area of education, business, and ministry. So what do I do? I first want to tell you that our motto is speaking purpose, one life at a time. So what we try to do is help organizations and individuals identify what their purpose is. Once they identify their purpose, then my job is to come alongside them and help them to draft their goals, execute their goals, and just see what happens. So we go from what's in your head, put it on paper, and then actually make it happen. So we go from concept to reality.
That's your ministry side of of your business.
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. So I think it's important that first, because a lot of us have ideas in our head of things that we want to do, but we don't know how to get it from out of our head to actual execution. And so that's what a coach does. So I do coaching in the areas of leadership, life, and sometimes we coach when we start talking about ministry, we help coach couples to have successful ministries and successful marriages. That's another component of our coaching firm. So we do those three areas. I have a doctorate degree in leadership and servant leadership. So I have been training leaders for a number of years in the secular arena as well as in the Christian arena. And so I've helped, the secular leaders build development plans for their organizations, help them write their grant proposals, help them to submit their grant proposals. I've done some grant management. I've done some grant administration. So just anything you need in the area of the leadership and development, I'm your girl. So I'm the one that you need to contact.
Yeah. How time consuming and costly could this be? And I'm assuming that it's costly. I don't
So I'll just be honest with you. I only deal with clients and that are serious about it. You cannot get a self-sustaining grant for $500. That's not going to happen. Let me just be honest with you.
Whoa.
$500 is not going to do it. I'm just so sorry. And so if anybody can tell you that they can guarantee that you're going to get a grant, they are not giving you truth. That's not going to happen either. So there's a lot of development that needs to come into play with that. There's a lot of, organizational steps that you have to do prior to that in order to be prepared and ready to be in position for a foundation or a sponsoring organization to give you money. Just because you have an idea, that doesn't guarantee that it's worth them giving you money. And I have been writing grants for a number of years, and I have been funded federal, state, and local. So I didn't just wake up one day and say, let's write grants. I have 15 years under my belt.
So from the purpose in the mind to the grant money in hand, how long of a process would you say that is?
Usually I've done it as a quick turnaround. The fastest I've ever done it was 7 days, but that's when you are retarded. You don't do that. Typically, really, and I was funded too, but typically I try to give a 90-day window from development to execution to in the hands of the agency. So when we start talking about development, those things take time. It's not a one-stop shop, and it's not something that's going to happen overnight. Time is of the essence.
Yeah, and I understand that you're an author as well. Tell us a little bit about that book.
Yes, the title of my book is called The Power of Process, which is the other thing that's needed to get you from idea to execution. You have to go through process.
Yeah.
That book is available at www.amazon.com. Go get your copy today.
I know that's right. Well, how can they order you, or should I say, utilize your services? Seriously,
Well,
for
you can
the coaching
contact
or
me via
consulting.
email at drnikkispeaks@gmail.com, or you can call me by phone 901-679-2023. But the fastest way to get me is by email. That email address
By
again is
email.
drnikkispeaks@gmail.com.
And Dr. Nikki is fly. I'm gonna leave you alone because you are fly. I love that look. I promise I do. Well, Dr. Nikki, thank you so much for being a guest on Open for Business. Our time is just about up 15 seconds, so you stay open for business, and thank you.
All right. Thank you. Have a great one.
Bye bye. If it's open business, this next is gonna keep us fresh and good for the summer. Miss Dionne, welcome to Open for Business.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Tell me a little bit about this boutique that you got.
Okay, it's a boutique. My daughter and I, Andrea, we started 1st of January. We're downtown Memphis. As you know, we don't have a lot of things downtown for ladies. So this is a nice boutique. We can accommodate anyone from the age of 14 all the way to 103 years old.
Whoa. Well, I understand that the clothes are consignment. Explain what that is.
Okay, so we have maybe one or two rack of consignment clothes. And what that is, we buy lightly used, gently used, lightly used clothes from women. We also accept purses and shoes. And the only thing about our shoes and our purses, they have to be authentic or genuine leather. And
What?
we also have new arrivals. The 90% of the store is new arrivals, and 10% of the store is consignment. Well, I can say 80% new arrivals, 20% is consignment. So it's a neat little shop downtown.
What is the like when you and your daughter came up with this concept? Whose idea was it, and whose idea? Who thought it would be a great idea for mom and daughter?
It was mine, of course. but my daughter, she's been a real tag teamer, and she helps out with the younger styles and help the women 50 and older with their styles. So it's just a nice little clash. And we have our customers, they have been from all over, not even that, mostly downtown, but from where we live on Facebook a lot. We do a lot of advertisement like that. We're directly across from Walgreens. But the concept was to get something that anybody can wear,
Well, where is us?
as
Give
well as
us that
shoes and
address.
everything else.
Yeah, give us that address.
We're located at 109 Madison. We're right at Madison and Main Street.
What about children's clothing?
That's been a thought, but
Uh,
right now we're just doing. Yes, I can. Great. Yeah, we're just doing the adult clothes right now. Young adults and yeah.
Where can
So
they
it's been
find you
working
on
out really
Facebook?
good, and we like to thank. We're at. You can find us at. We don't have our website right now, but you can look me up at Dionne, Dionne, Vaughn, Vaugh, Lambert on Facebook, and my daughter's Andrea Coco. And the
And
name
give
of
us
the
that
shop
phone
is
number.
J London. The name is really catchy. It's a name that I took from my nephew. His name is Jay. Real name is London, and my grandson. We're looking to expand in Atlanta and in Nashville soon.
And give us that phone number again.
901-644-6543.
Our time is up, Miss Vaughn. Thank you so much for being a guest on Open for Business. You guys, you are not going to believe this. Tina Tilton with Open for Business. I have a young man under 21 years old that has a that is quite involved in the community and is taking off with his very own business. As you see him, he's right here. You can see him. Baron Hendricks, welcome to Open for Business.
Hello,
How are you, young man?
I'm doing good today.
You know what? Perhaps I should start out by asking you, how was school today? Because I'm sure you like what grade are you in?
I am a 10th grader at White Station High School, and currently now I'm going to in-person school.
Good for you. So you have your own business already as a 10th grader? Honey, I was just trying to cheer and like boys. What get like what made you start there? What do you do?
So my company is called BPH Technology Solutions, and currently what I do is I build stuff for other individuals for a lower cost than many other people would charge.
So hold on, let me make sure that I'm clear. Your business, okay, for example, I have a I have a gazebo here at my home that needs to be put up. Is that something that your business that BP?
Yes, I'm working on trying to build all different types of structures for different people.
Yeah, that is amazing. When you say prices though, because prices can someone's low price is someone else's high price. So what prices does your company start at?
So for most of my build, it's usually $30, and depending on how either small or big it may go down or it may increase depending on how long it will take me to do.
Wait a minute. $30 per hour or $30 per what?
$30, that's it. It's just $30. No hourly wage. It's just
Huh.
$30 there.
You about to make my ponytail fall off my head. Say what? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. $30 only for to assemble uh something to assemble things.
Chairs, desks. I actually, for once, I did a fireplace for someone. The fireplace came with it, but I built the structure around it that you can like put a TV on top of.
How did you get started in this? Like, how did because you're only 15. How did you know that this is something that you love doing, that you like doing, and that you could also make some money from? When did you know that this is something in? I'm gifted in this, dad or mom. How did you know? When did you know?
Well, it started when I was younger, when I started to build bookshelves for my dad, and then it just evolved into build some desks, build bigger bookshelves, build TV stands, and then pretty much everything else in that area.
Okay, so he's being very modest. I'm going to look in the camera on this one. He's being very modest right now. I had a conversation with his dad. I know his dad. His dad is an amazing. In fact, big shout outs to Dionne. However, I was told, Baron, that you got started at 2 years old. 2 years old. You were already assembling some things. You got to give me that 2 year old story. You have to tell us.
When I was around 2 years old, my dad talks about the story to this day.
Uh
Uh,
huh.
I was asking for a lot of different articles, things. I asked for a bottle. I asked for, I think it was some cardboard, and at the end of it, I built like a small little rocket ship. It was really funny. I wish I could have like seen
Wow.
a picture of it, but it was really funny.
Yeah, we'll have to ask Dad why he didn't take a picture of it so we could have proof that that was your. Okay. Well, how can someone, if they're wanting to take full advantage of your $30 per article, again, depending on the size of what it is that you're making, how can they reach you?
Currently, right now, I do not have a website, neither a Facebook page, but I could use my dad's number, which
I
is
see.
901-707-9271, which is my
Whoa.
dad's phone number.
Yes, that's okay because again, I am so grateful that you allowed us and me the first opportunity to be able to let the community know that you're open for business, and B, that you have this spirit that that you were born with just by nature. What are your plans for the future before our time runs out? What do you plan on doing with all of this gifting that you have?
After I graduate high school, I plan on going to either college or university for civil engineering.
Civil engineering. Woo-wee! And bam, we are done. Look at that. You guys, again, make sure you contact the number. This young person will definitely make sure that you are taken well care of. You know what? If y'all got some time, I want y'all to stop at my house today for real. Y'all got some time? Ask your daddy. Does he have time?
We got some time.
Daddy, you got time? Really gonna
Got time.
you know what? I'm gonna put this picture up too. I'm gonna put this picture up when it gets done. See y'all soon then. And thank you. You know what, Baron? Stay open for business.